Hello, my name is Jennifer Newton, and I am the teacher of astronomy this year. So I always start every class off with some sort of meme or picture, and so these were a couple of them from the very beginning. I am super excited to be teaching astronomy. It's been 14 years since I taught it last, but it's wonderful. I've had so much fun with it. I think the students have had a lot of fun with it. And it's been something that is truly near and dear to me since I was in high school. So this is always one of my favorite pictures whenever I think about astronomy. And so this was a picture taken by probe from Saturn. And you can see the arrow with this teeny tiny little blue dot. And so that is the one of the types of pictures from Carl Sagan's pale blue dot. And so that pale blue dot is Earth. The idea that, here we are still in our solar system, and every person, every animal, every plant, every piece of land and water is all on this tiny itty bitty blue dot. To me, it's just incredible in terms of astronomy. Some quick info about me. So I'm from the metro area. I was a Lakeside High School graduate and then went to Georgia Tech. While I was in high school, I volunteered at Fernbank Science Center and helped with planetarium shows and the observatory open houses. When I went to Georgia Tech, I took a couple of astronomy courses as well there, as well as doing a research project through Georgia State looking at the atmospheric layers of the moon of Titan. This is my 18th year teaching and 18th year at Parkview. Can't imagine going anywhere else, only place I've been. And I am married with 3 kids and 2 kitty cats. My oldest child is now a 9th grader. And so it's awesome because we're both at the same school together. Important information about our class is everything is either on eClass or Google Classroom. If it is on Google Classroom, it will be linked through eClass. So if you only ever start on eClass, you will be able to find all the information that you need or that your student needs if they're absent. We also have emails, so I'll email out progress reports, about every 2 weeks. And if you want to use Parent Square, and I will also use Parent Square to send out just little bits of information and to ask questions. Materials that they need for class, they of course need their notebook, and we do have some math in astronomy, and so it'd be helpful to have a calculator. If they don't have one, I do have calculators that they can borrow in class, but cell phones are not calculators for us. For classroom expectations, I have 3. Number 1 is that phones are in bags and bags are on the shelves. We're starting to have a little bit of issue with this, and so you might be hearing from me soon if we can't get it under control. Phones are a major distraction, and so it is expected that students do not have their cell phones out during class. That kind of goes into number 2, which is showing respect. We want to make sure that everyone is actively listening and everyone is participating and everyone is being kind to each other. And then number 3 is cleaning your space. So in astronomy, we have a lot of diagrams and pictures. And so we'll be doing little cuts and pastes and stuff in our notebooks. And so cleaning your space is just making sure that you take all the little scraps of paper and stuff and throw them away, just so that the room stays clean. In terms of grading, we have our 2 main categories, which are the AKS Progress and AKS Mastery. The Progress will include learning checks, and so I do eClass quizzes. Those are open note, and they are open for an entire week. So there is a specific day that we take it in class, and then they have from that day exactly 1 week to get it done until 11:59 that night, and they can get to it with any device that is connected to the internet. AKS Mastery is, of course, the tests. We will have little presentation projects, and they might have diagramming and stuff like that. Those would also be in the progress category. And then we have our performance exam. I'm planning on doing a planetary-based performance exam this semester, which will be around Halloween. That's about when we finish talking about terrestrial planets. And then we have our final exam, which is 15%. Since astronomy is not a core or county course, we do not have the county midterm, and the final exam is made locally, not by the county as well. In terms of remediation and retesting, any student who makes less than an 80 on one of the tests is eligible to retake it. There are a few steps they have to do. Number one is they have to follow the phone policy. So if they are one that they have been scrolling on their phone all class period, and I have to remind them to put it away, it may make it to where they are not going to be eligible to take the retest. So we need to make sure those phones are away. Number two is they need to make sure there are no missing grades. So there are no learning checks that are missing and no projects or activities that have not been turned in. Then they need to make sure that they work through the test review again. They're welcome to do that with me. They can come in after school and we can work through it. They can work with a peer and do that. That is fine as well. And then they have to schedule with me by the next unit test in order to retake the first one. Now they can only get up to an 80% because only students who make less than an 80 are eligible for the retest. And finally, way to contact me. There's two big ways to do that. One, the main one is by email. So there's my email address. And the second, because it's so great having the auto translate, you can also contact me through Parent Square. Either way, I will get the message and I will make sure that I get back to you with any questions or concerns that you might have. And again, I'm super excited to be teaching astronomy again. I hope your students have had a good time as well. And let me know if you need anything at all, and have a wonderful evening.